part B of how we met, and thank you for sticking around. So, as you all know, like honestly, there will always be a different in how partners or how a couple met from female and male perspective, because we do things or we think of some things that they don't even know or they didn't see. So it's always be different. So how I can narrate a story of how we met? To be honest, I cannot say I noticed you the first Sunday you came to church. Honestly, I cannot remember. I cannot remember it all. Honestly.
You always forget. It's not a problem.
Yeah, maybe because
even the things that we did now,
so
like you forget.
Please, if you have any recommendations on how to help with memory, please comment down below in the comment section, because I forget so easily. I can forget my where I put my phone, but it's just in my pocket. So I'm not kind of a person. So how we met, I'll try to remember, because something like this cannot be forgotten.
Never, you can't forget.
So I cannot say I noticed her the first day she came to church, but I can remember that she had been coming to church almost, because when you are in front of a crowd, every person in the crowd, they will notice the person on the stage, but it's difficult to notice every individual, you understand? So that was the case. And so where must I start? Okay, I'll start at the point whereby I asked for a number. No, I just saw a quite cool lady, see, with it's just everything good you can think of. She's having them. From body wise to mostly it's here, because I like the kind of people who use their, even someone when they are doing something, you can see that this person is using the brain. So people, you see, for me, I don't like this kind of girls. Even just the way they are walking, it's just all over the place. It's just all over. You understand? But it was a different case with her. She seems someone who is reserved. Someone's just there, man. You understand? So that was she, and she is still that person. So that's the thing that made me to approach her and ask for the number. And I did that at the church premises when we were preparing for a youth camp. So she gave me a number. I don't know whether he gave mine. I didn't. I just gave her a text. So it was like that. And while we were at the youth camp, I fell asleep at the break time, and I fell asleep. And when I woke up, it was that time whereby those who want to go in town to go relax, they go. Want to go for sport, they go. So it was that time where the rest of the youth, they went for sport and other things. So I was left there sleeping. When I woke up, no one was there. But coincidentally, she was there at the tent. It was a distance. So what's going on? Why only two of us remaining at church? So I don't know whether she remained at church like purposely because she knew that I was sleeping.
Please, it was not.
Or maybe it was just a coincidence.
Because I didn't know you were sleeping. I was just sitting, just waiting for the next.
Yeah, maybe it was just a divine it was a divine coincidence for us to have our time to talk. So we moved from church. We went to the
soccer field.
And that day I said, all right, let me show her the other part of me, the other talented part of me. I went in the field there, place. you see the dusty Opuo. How Opuo is so
God.
dusty. It's like I don't know how to explain it. It's just dusty. But those people from Opuo, you will never even see a dusty on their body. I don't know how they do it, but when you are there, your whole body to just be white. So I went in that field, said, all right, let me show this girl that this guy he's seeing here is not just someone who just hold his Bible. He can also do some things. So I went in that field, been running 100 meters back and forth. And my whole body was white. But the good part, when I got off the field, she was still by my side. I thought to myself, I found a friend. So even you see those kind of friends or those kind of people you meet, they don't care in what state you are. See, they don't care. They look at the heart. You understand? You can be having nothing, you can be having everything, but to them that doesn't matter. It's the heart. So I was not ashamed. She was not ashamed of me. And if how dusty I was looking, she was still by my side. I was glad. So for the interesting part, it was at high school. High school, if you are to ask our high school mates, most of them, they just thought maybe we were partners, but we were not. We were not until at some point, you understand? Because we still came to a point whereby we encountered some challenges to our seniors, from our seniors, because of how close we were. You see, most people, they thought maybe no, we are partners, we were those things, but we were not then till the certain point, because like for us, we were told by our parents, or for me specifically, that there are some of the things that you don't need to say out or to tell people, you understand? Then, because things were still we're still fresh, we're still at the infant stage, so we were advised still to some of the things to hold them in our hearts, not to say them while everything is done with the two families. So in high school then, there was a time we were coming from evening study, and I cannot say I planned this, that okay, today is the day I'm going to tell
you want to tell me that you did not?
I did not.
It just honestly, pop up.
I did not. Because even before that, I asked you to do something if you don't remember. But it's fine.
We so like where we were sitting.
We didn't sit.
Okay.
We were just walking.
No, like, was it that evening?
So I didn't plan it, honestly. I didn't plan that today I'm going to tell you that I'm in love with you. I didn't. Because like we're still young, man. We're still young. Like, you don't know those things. You just say things out of the heart, how you feel in the heart. You understand at that moment. You see, there's a pressure inside sometimes that forces you to do things that you cannot just hold it. You understand? You don't need to plan it. You don't, you understand? Because if I was to plan it, it's supposed to be something special. Maybe we wait when we go for a holiday, then I invite you somewhere, then I pop up the question, but I didn't do it. I just did it in an ordinary way, simple. So while we were working now, I asked her, is there anyone who promised to marry you? Because if there was someone, I couldn't be that someone who would be, you see, disturbing other people's lives. I did not want that. So I asked her first if there was anyone who promised to marry her. So luckily, because she was reserved, God reserved her for me, she said no. Alright, what are you? And She said no, and I said, all right, I want to be that person. I want to be that person who promised to marry you. Like honestly, some of the things, they happen like it's a joke or it's just something. But dreams really come to reality. Whoever thought that we would end up like this? Just imagine at how young we were, 18 years, promising to marry someone.
A difficult commitment.
After more than 6 years, 7 years, we were married. Just come to reality. Understand? It's rare, you understand? So, what I can say really contributed to our love, or to our love of each other, is we started off as friendships. We were just friends, like so good friends that even first our parents realized or saw it that we are friends. Even later when we told them that there's something like this,
it was a bit easy.
they would tell us, they even told us, no, we knew.
Yeah, exactly.
We knew that there was something like that. So this is how wonderful it was. So love built on friendship, it's really something wonderful, because it's just something good, I can say. So from there, that was January. January passed, February passed, March passed, April passed, May. It was holiday. May it was holiday. I was lying on my bed. It was evening time. The weather was cool. Yeah. And behold, the text came. The message came in. I opened it, and it read that, oh my guy, I accepted whatever you asked me of that evening at school. Yeah. I cannot
Come on, yeah.
I cannot explain or describe the kind of feeling I was having, because it's like winning something. Understand? Maybe winning a game or winning a lottery or something. It's like, oh my goodness, I got something big. So I got something big, but it was the beginning of a certain assignment also to keep my promise. You understand? Because I didn't just go to him to hear that, please can you be my girlfriend, because a girlfriend doesn't hold any promise. You understand? Because you cannot even hold me accountable if I didn't marry you, because I didn't ask to marry you. I asked you to be my girlfriend. So as for a case, I said I want to marry you, so I have to fulfill that promise. As young as I was, you have to stick to your promise and to fulfill them. Understand? So that wasn't just something good I got or a good news. It was also a beginning of an assignment of fulfilling a promise. And believe me, it's something so good. Committing to something or to someone, it's something so wonderful, because it makes you stronger. It makes you, it just builds your character. You understand?
It helps you to overcome disturbance from outside,
because your eyes are to
up
something.
on something.
You understand? But if you're just walking, you're just going, you don't have a destinations. What you just walk. As long as you go, you don't know whether you arrive or you don't, because you don't have a destination. You just walk. But if you put a plan that I want to reach this, the wind can come against you, but you still push. The rain can come, but you still you find something to cover yourself, still move. The storm may come, everything may come, temptations may come, all sorts of things of the youth, they can come your way. But you still, if you have something you want to achieve or you want to do, nothing is impossible. So that's what I did. And I'm so glad that after 7 years, we are here married, and the rest is history. So that's it. That's how we met. So in the next video, we are going to tell you guys how we tell our parents and how they reacted as young as we were. So with this, thank you guys for watching this video, and comment to this video how you think about the story of how we met. Share the video, like the video.